Legend of Total War here, and today we've got a saving and disaster battle playing as the war host of the apocalypse, going up against Wisseland and Nuln, where we're defending Prague, so he's obviously captured. Usually it'd be the other way around, which would be the one attacking Prague. We've got a large settlement garrison in here, and a cobbled together army that looks like it was just instantly recruited. It is an emergency situation, and they are bringing 3 full stacks against us. It's a valiant defeat in auto-resolve, but the guy fighting it manually can't even get a better result than what the auto-resolve says here. So if you have a look, everything is on maximum battle difficulty. I do think we need to actually control large army here. When I load up the save file, that was just auto-assigned like that. And let's jump in and I'll read out the email and get some more context as to what's going on. I'll also explain why controlling large army is important here. So it says, "Hey Legend, I got an Archaon campaign where I've overextended and under-recruited. Moved my main army too far west and didn't notice the huge push Wisseland was going until it was too late. Panic recruited an army of everything local that I could find." Locally recruited Chagas. Interesting. Auto-resolve gives a valiant defeat, but when I control manually, I've only once gotten a close defeat out of several tries. And the others, I'm assuming, were just valiant defeats, right? I've held the walls. I've abandoned the walls. I've turtled in one spot. I've blitzed all the dogs to try to take out their range units. If they crack through Prague, they gut-shot my current position. It's on very hard campaign and battle difficulty. Battle realism is turned off because I like my slow-mo charges. Sue me. You'll be hearing from my lawyers, bitch. How dare you not play with battle realism on? How dare you? Don't you know, if you're subscribed to this channel, you have to have battle realism turned on. No, okay, so I get it. It's just joking, but just to play into that a little bit. Why would I care if you have battle realism turned off? Especially when you're not playing on legendary difficulty. Do you know what the funny thing is if legendary difficulty didn't force me to play with battle realism, I would turn it off as well. Because I actually hate it. It doesn't make the game any more challenging. It makes the game more annoying. That's all it does. Like, let's make the game more stupid. That's all that setting is. But it's forced on legendary difficulty. No, why would anyone on any other difficulty turn that fucking setting on? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Because, like, let me just explain what it does. It takes away the bounce power bar. Oh no, that makes my units fight worse. No, it doesn't. It just doesn't really give you an indication of who's winning or losing. So we have to make use of the music, because that tells us anyway. So it's like, there's ways around it. Oh, restrict the camera so you can't use your units without double-clicking on the ground over there. Because, you know, people tend to move and don't keep their army in one spot, depending on what you're trying to do. Yeah, restrict camera is just annoying. That's all it is. If you've ever watched me play Medieval 2, right, I'm pretty sure I've done this in, like, recent Medieval 2 disasters. Don't I use the slow-mo camera to, like, zoom in and see the cavalry charge in? Because it's fucking epic, even if it's a 20-year-old game. I do that as well. It's just that on Medieval 2, the game doesn't say, you have to play on restrict camera. So, yeah, I don't, it's fine. I don't care. Play on whatever settings you want. Like, play on easy difficulty if you want. I don't, like, why would I care? I'm not here to gatekeep. You have to play it on exactly my setting or else you can't submit a save file. Those are the rules. Which is probably what Reddit would tell you anyway. Legend doesn't let anyone submit a save file unless they're playing on legendary difficulty, even though 99% of the save files are on normal difficulty. Okay, we don't want to blow up too much here because they do have a mortar unit in the beginning part of this army. Okay. So now I'll explain why did I control large army instead of not control large army. Whenever just making any decision, you just shouldn't have a I'll always not control large army. That kind of mindset's not very helpful. It can be really useful sometimes, but we have to consider that it'll deny us most of our garrison forces, which means that your units that you recruited are going to be killed off before your useless not useless garrisons, but garrison units will always just recover very quickly, and you don't use them after the siege battle, really. Whereas your other army could be used for pursuing them down. Also, you've got to keep in mind, where are the reinforcements coming from? From over here. Where are the AI going? Over here. So unless you have your first army, like your main one, stand and fight at the walls and get obliterated, by the time that these reinforcements start coming in, it is likely that the enemy forces will be making their way up here, And they're not going to just turn around and go, oh, wait, the player's reinforcements, let's not cap this point. Yeah, the AI doesn't give a shit. They're just going to cap it. So we kind of need to have it at the start. Now, another thing is that the enemy are bringing in 3 armies. We're bringing in 2. So even by controlling large army, they still can't bring in all of their forces. Now, one of the main reasons for not controlling large army, typically, is to slow down the pace of the battle to reduce the amount of micro that you have to do, because that's an area that the AI's got the advantage, because the AI has instant reaction time. So the more units on the battlefield, the bigger their advantage with that. Because yeah, it doesn't matter how fast you think you are at micro, you cannot out-micro the AI. I mean, you can make better decisions than the AI, but you can't actually out-micro them. It's not possible. Unless you're fucking Superman, which you're not, so it's not going to matter. And even then, Superman might fucking have a hard time. You know what, let's not get into this discussion. It's too stupid even for me, okay? I can't. I just know, no. Just going to move on from that one. Okay, just forget about that. Alright, so what we want to do here is hold a defensive position here. Actually, I'll need some units here for the towers. It makes sense not to utilize them. I wish I could put the Nurglings up on the walls, but we can't. So obviously just use our weakest unit. And hopefully we can manage to dish out some damage with these towers, because these are high-powered towers. If they were tier 1 towers, I probably wouldn't bother. We should probably do that over here as well. I'll use this guy and shoot at the great swords. So we just don't want them all coming through the same gate, because they'll get stuck. Alright, we've also got a bit of supplies, so we should build, I think, some towers here. This will be where they come in from, because that's where all their reinforcements are. I'll build barricades as well, just that these take a lot longer to build than the barricades. So build them first, and we'll build the barricades. But they're not going to come in until their reinforcements show up, I think. So we've got time to build those. But yeah, we'll come out over here and kill these quickly. And we just don't have to worry about this side. That way, hopefully all of their forces will get congested coming in through here. Also, with the Empire forces, when they're bringing in massive armies, especially when they've got loads of missile units, if they blob up their missile units too much, guess what? They won't shoot properly. So in many ways, it's actually advantageous to us, the more units that they bring. We definitely didn't want to put up one of our armies in under AI control, so that they bring in all of their armies, but it's not that big of a deal to not control, to control large army here. Alright, so just trying to make sure that I don't just charge into those ones there. Alright, how are we going with this? Is this all set up? Now put that there, because if the mortars are down there, they might prioritize trying to shoot at the Chaos Chariots first. So just keeping these ones back. I'll bring them up later. The reason why I didn't bring the Chaos Spawn over here is that they don't regen, whereas these ones here do, and the Chaos Trolls are faster. Alright, here we go. Oh wait, what about the Lord? He's a metal wizard. It's got the portal glyph. Would be good to take out those great... Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Okay, and then get that going over there. Don't forget about that door. Come on, go take out that great cannon. That'd be really good. Because mortars are not actually very good at taking out... Just go over here. Just try to avoid that one. Don't expect the doggos to actually do much damage. Just try to activate their skirmish mode as much as possible, so that they're not shooting at us when... I'm just taking the guy down. That's fine. I don't need towers for very long there. So a bit of a scramble to just try to get in here. Where are the Shaggoths? Yeah, I want them to kill that Lord. Trolls can handle the infantry here. Just try to keep charging constantly. So get them in there. Come back for them in a moment. So how'd that go? The artillery seems neutralized. Nice. Because yeah, obviously I didn't pay much attention to it after that. Okay, make sure this fucker here dies. That's really important. So, how fast is he? He's actually about the same speed as the Shaggoth. Where are you? I need you over here to poison him so that he slows down. Okay, reinforcements will be coming in now. Okay, keep the trolls out of that. Took a couple of casualties, nothing major. Alright, where did I end up putting him? He just came out there with him. Oh, he's got that ability as well. Okay, nice. Yeah, look, the mortars are trying to shoot at the chariot there. And because we got rid of the cannon, they actually haven't made a breach yet. Which is going to allow us to utilize the towers a bit more. Okay, so the bounce power is about even at the moment. Yeah, this one's out of here. They're just getting in the way. So just want the poison one to launch the attack on it to slow it down a bit so the Shaggoths can try to catch up. Although it actually looks like this one here will kill him. Okay, now that that's done. Wait, hang on. The cannon is actually still active. They got back on it. Still, must have massively slowed them down. That guy was there, could have used another one. Okay, good, we've killed their lord. Alright, I want the doggos over here. They're control group 3 now. And also these ones, control group 4. But all of the monsters can go back inside. Look at this. Them having used up all their ammo on the Outriders with grenade launchers already. Good. Okay, so let's get organized over here. And the Shaggoths, yeah, you guys get it back inside. So what I want to do with them is that if they've got artillery like lagging behind over here, I'll go in and take them out. Oh good, the Great Cannons were actually defeated there. Good. Good, and the only artillery they've got now are the war wagon mortars, which they are shooting at chariots. So I move these guys up forward. Okay, so all of these... You gotta love how their forces routed into the city. Good job. Alright, let's get some barricades down now. Because they don't take very long. Yeah, to start. Well, they're getting organized. Alright, looking good so far. And I want these guys hidden, because I don't want any of them coming over here. Or do I? No, probably not. Alright, taking out their missile units is probably going to be the top priority. This is why we want to put as many barricades down as possible. They might actually decide to shoot the barricades as opposed to going into melee with them. And it's no big deal, we got plenty of supplies. Let's put barricades down pretty much everywhere. Just tier 1 towers because I expect them to get shot down. Okay, and because we've had this little fight here at the start, apart from the casualties that these suffered, they get to regenerate, but also they would be tired. Yep, and now they'll get a bit of a chance to rest. Okay. And now we just gotta wait for them to actually do it. Man, that worked out really nicely, because this had been breached by now. And like, I don't even need to prioritize shooting at the Outriders with grenade launchers here, because they're really bad at shooting up at walls. Which is why, yeah, I'm not really prioritizing it. Oh good, look, even these towers able to get him a little bit. Okay, man-eaters, would they be a problem for us since we've got anti-large? Yeah, they're still trying to shoot at the chariot there. And over here. That's okay. I mean, these towers have actually dished out loads of damage. Huh. 18 kills on Marauders with a grenade launcher unit. That's a huge waste of their bounce of power. But, yeah, they've still got a lot to come in. And bounce power's not in our favor. They're just waiting. Legend, you're not being honourable. You should go out there and lose and fight outside the walls. But Legend, you said not to use the walls to defend the city. Okay, this is all good. Yeah, just let this keep happening. I mean, while they've got some artillery, they're not really prioritizing the walls at all. Like, we've just got a massive advantage here. Don't interrupt them. They're making us stupid. And Incredible Assembly is never going to get sieges right. The main problem is the AI. It's just so stupid. Got some magic, but if we try to cast here, they'll definitely dodge it. Alright, where are you? I'm going to use this right now because nothing's really causing us any serious problems. Well, eventually they're going to run out of ammo on their mortars, and then they'll probably attack the walls. Oh no, they finish it off. Okay. Still, it took them quite a while to... Oh, we've got a timer on this? We don't want that because it draws when the timer is out. Should be enough time. Yeah, the towers are doing a great job for us. Well, the gates... Well, there's a breach, but they want to use up all their ammo before they come in here. And... yeah, we still got that penalty inflicted on them. Lord dead. Because we got him. You really got to stay on top of that, because otherwise they're just like, oh, he routed? Oh, I'll let him go. Constantly tell them to keep attacking. Like, well, you told me to attack him a minute ago, so I figured that the order expired, right? Well, they are just letting me wreck them. Yeah, they're not going to be good at taking out just the last man. Alright. Makes no sense to try to get them to stop doing this. Although, this one here is in pretty poor shape now. Right, look, this guy's just Garrison. Bring him down this way. Actually, I don't know if this guy here is Garrison. But yeah, bring him up over here and we'll get this guy out of there. Hey, you guys can come inside if you want. Gate's open. I may have rushed at that a bit too urgently. I didn't need to. Alright, if we're going to build high-powered towers, we should do that here. Yeah, I'll go with this one here. Okay. Right, so bring that one up, bring them down. Now that one's not a threat, don't worry about that one. Yeah, try to shoot these ones over here, big cluster of them. That way if they miss and hit something else, that works for me as well. Bounce power's still, you know, about even. But it's looking good for us at the moment. Looking real good. Alright, you can leave. We can't withdraw him from the battlefield, but it's unlikely that these... that Whistling and Null is going to come out over here and try to get this one unit. Again, we've still got this portal glyph here, which I just don't see any units that we should really go after right now. Alright, now what are they doing? They're coming in. Okay, try to shoot over here because they're getting heavily congested there. Good.
So be it.
Yep, but that is some dumb AI right there. Put him right in the center here. They'll shoot at the fort tower, and they can't dish out any damage to it. Isn't it funny how most missile units in the game, it's got like, oh, there's a pebble in front of me, I can't shoot! Meanwhile, they're like, well, there's a tower in front of me, I can shoot. Line of sight problem? No problem, I can see him through the wall there with my X-ray vision. Good. I haven't forgotten about these guys back here either. Just now's not the time to use it. Use them, I mean. Okay, so here's what we do, because we've got loads of supplies. When it gets close to being broken down, I mean, you guys have seen me do this. You just switch to a different type. It'll let them in, but then block off the other ones. Fuck, the mortar crew are actually dishing out decent damage on that. Meanwhile, ogres barely even scratching it. What the hell? Their melee attack's not high enough than the barricade's melee defense. Meanwhile, these guys, have you thought about just go around? Alright, well, these guys here are fucked. But yeah, it's still using up a lot of their ammo. I don't think spreading them out's ideal. I mean, I'm sure many of you guys have been frustrated by, like, Just some pebble being in front of your missile unit being like, oh, I can't see the enemy in front of me. Meanwhile, watching them shooting at something they absolutely shouldn't. Someone's gonna rout. That's okay. Ah, they broke through here. Just put some more basic barricades down. I mean, I don't really see them holding them back, especially because they captured this point here and those are gone anyway. But we got so much supply from all that, it's all good. Hey, the mortars actually ended up doing a lot of damage to the chariot in the end, though. Oh, now they're firing over here. Okay, since they're a bit congested, mind if I pop down an overcast there, because they'll have a hard time getting out of the way because of all the obstructions in the way. They'll be like, get out of the way, get out of the way! Can't. Pathfinding error. Okay, now we grab control group 2 and 4. Sorry, 3 and 4. When these guys come in, dogs. Dogs and horses in their face.
Guard this place. This area is sacred.
What about this? Okay, move these guys back a little bit.
I will see to it. Name your demand.
So the mortars are out there dishing out some damage to us. Pretty sure they're war wagons, but I'm not entirely sure. But we'll send the dogs to go and find out. If they're just regular mortars, well, that'll be easy. If they're war wagons, it's not difficult, but needs to be dealt with as well. Okay, Shaggers can sort out this other lord here. What are you doing there? Whatever, it's fine. Yep, so they're going to cap that point, and it's totally fine. No big deal. Everything is looking pretty good out here. Alright, it was a war wagon. Right, I want this guy off the wall now. Because I don't want them shooting at that target. I can't tell this to not shoot unless they just get off the wall.
If you so desire.
Probably a huge waste of supply there, but it's totally fine. It did what it needed to do. Okay, don't blob up. Don't blob up. Don't need to kill this lord, specifically.
Marauder horsemen. Lead us to mortals.
Did you guys get rid of the... Oh yeah, they demolished them. Good stuff.
Nurgle's pestilent glory. Slay every mortal.
Yep, that's going to get capped. That's fine. Yeah, there's no need to keep holding the wall. See how easy it was for them to actually take over this position once they actually tried? They wasted way too much time. Good, and we got their reinforcement position camped. Because no point leaving our cavalry inside the city. They're not going to do anything.
Time has come.
Yeah, no friendly fire on these towers. Nothing to worry about with that.
By God's call. Exalted hero. Marauder horseman.
Alright, good idea. Stay on top of that.
Take it, summoner.
So Marauder Horsemen aren't fantastic in melee, but they at least activate the skirmish mode on them, just because they don't fight back. Okay. Alright. I haven't really been using any spells. I'm gonna cap his point! Is that what you're doing, huh? Yeah, by doing that, yep, stop the tower from being permanently destroyed.
That's what the master speak! Throw those axes!
Okay, looking good here. Man, why would you run that all the way back to here? That was very stupid of them. And there's the army losses. Cool. Alright, get these ones over here and try to run down as many of them as we can, although they'll probably leave the battlefield. But yeah, I wouldn't say that was overly difficult. I think you just needed a better plan. Considering how stupid they were. Holy shit. Alright, we'll just pause the recording as I run down as many of them as I can. Hopefully the garrison isn't the one that took most of the damage, but I'm not entirely sure. Alright, so best I can give you is a heroic victory from that. So he couldn't get a past close defeat. Anyway, he'll be hearing from my lawyers soon. He told me to sue him. I just followed the instructions. So yeah, I think just got to think about what you're doing with not controlling a large army or not. Come up with a plan. I mean, I think there's a possibility that we got lucky in this battle, that they derped out for longer than they otherwise would have. But even if they didn't, took out their cannon almost pretty early on, delayed them a fair bit there, and I think that made a big difference. Coming out there and charging out at the other section of their army, that made a lot of sense, and that worked out very well. Killed the enemy lord really quickly. They gave us so much time to build some high-powered towers as well, and our men held the line. That is something that the Warriors of Chaos are pretty good at doing, especially the Chaos Warriors. So it was actually not garrison units that I used there. But spread out the damage somewhat. It wasn't all just the main army, but whatever the case is, no units were wiped out. Barely took any casualties to begin with, and we should be able to use this army alone to finish off... actually, that's a lot of cavalry. Shit. Well, I didn't know this was going to happen. Why would I? Man, you're in trouble here. Oh, boy. Okay. This is a bigger disaster than the previous one. No regen. Looking for Crown of Everlasting Conquest, but no one's got it. Not a great army, to be honest. Like, bunch of good units, but I think you should back off. Okay, lucky you don't get attacked again. Oh my god. Okay, so Hochland is getting... Alright, they are attacking again. It's just that this time we've got some backup. We can actually decide to decline attack. Thing is, it could be a vassal. It gives us an auto resolve. Yeah, it's a pretty good auto resolve victory, right? This Theodore Bruckner's not there. We don't get to not control our jump. Alright, we'll fight that one. Because this does give us a bit more of a tactical edge. Because our forces don't actually show up at the beginning. This allows us to have our forces show up wherever we want. I couldn't give a shit about the Hochland forces. They don't matter. But yeah, we could have just said, I don't want to fight this battle. And it might have moved us out of the way a little bit. Plus, if they had occupied the settlements, then they would have used up all their movement. With at least one of their armies. Okay, so... let's have a look here. Alright, I would want to delay our force. Then again, if these guys here lose before we've come in, we've seen that that's not so bad. Actually, you know what? I'll just... Let's just see how this plays out. Definitely good that they're absorbing some of that fucking ammo. It's really dangerous for us there. But yeah, what the hell is this army that you built here? What a dog's breakfast. Okay, usually I don't put on my manticores if we're gonna be dealing with fucking Nuln. Alright, so we've got loads of winds of magic. Let's see about sniping this lord. Alright, fast units go out over here. We've actually got the option to withdraw, which is weird because we have actually already withdrawn before. But because... Wait, they're fighting a settlement. How the fuck are we allowed to withdraw? Okay, hold the defensive position up over here with them for now. Harold, you just stay in the middle there, roughly. I want Archaon to kill the steam tank. So yeah, bounce power, definitely not in our favor. Me. Yeah, that's okay. You can suck that up. That's fine. Yeah, might be a good idea if we actually land them. Almost destroyed the steam tank, so that's great. Killed the steam tank. We didn't do a great job there with these. Need to get around the back to get at them. We just got the steam tank. Really important we get rid of that. If they're going to bombard this whole area, let them shoot at their own artillery. That's fine with me. I've got to get Karanak out of here. He's getting pinned down by cavalry. You'll do just fine. Just stay there. This has got Gorfy, so I could get him to regen. Okay, mostly just melee infantry coming up over here. That's fine. Alright, good. Steam tank down. Do they have another one? Does Karanak not stalk? I need to get him out of here. Yeah, he does stalk. Just need some time to get away. Yeah, go and take out, even if they're just like basic archer units, it would be good to get rid of them. We do not have missile superiority here. Alright, time to start bringing these over here, because there's like loads of guns. This is what I was counting on. They'll leave their guns behind, while all their other units are rushing towards our front line. And they'll be really vulnerable to a big old rush over here. We gotta move quickly though. Especially if they're blobbed up. Shoot this. Oh god, Archaon's getting fucked up there. Yeah, your Archaon is not a one-man doomstack. Shit. Gotta get the fucking artillery. God, Archaon. That's okay though, we're almost at them there. Alright, how are we going over here? Yeah, they're shooting at us a fair bit here. So some of your units might get wiped out here. Oof. Difficult to deal with. Come on guys, get in there. Oh god, yeah, they're fucked. Yeah, that's the problem with these freaking artillery. They kill us right before we get close. It's not a problem for them. It's definitely a problem for us. And yeah, if I see that you've got a Crown of Everlasting Conquest that is not being used here, I'm gonna be annoyed at you. That would have been really good for Archaon, that's for damn sure. We are starting to overcome them a bit. Archaon's in real fucking bad shape.
You think I am not versed in the arcane? I am attack the mortals.
Had to be careful with that hero with the Manticore. I was more careful with him than I was with Archaon. But I was kind of expecting Archaon to be a bit heavier over here. Oh god damn it! They got through my line a little bit there to get at the. Just leave. Oh, yeah, just leave. Leave.
Not so.
Not gonna look on anything. Okay, good. That way I don't have to worry about it. No, don't shoot at my Archaon. God, he's running on fumes here.
I don't need my sword to strike you down.
That unit might actually still survive the battle. We're lucky.
My blade hungers. My master's call. Yes,
Okay, we're going over here. Still to be shot if we can. Kind of surprised the Chaos Spawn are even still alive. Shit. Oh my guys, get over there, shoot him.
Love them for glory. Reap their souls. They are wavering.
Lucky we army lost them though. Alright. I'd say a couple of units are going to get wiped out. Yeah, that one dead. Unfortunate timing for that one to take that damage. But yeah, this is not a great army, that's for sure. And, you know, as far as what you could potentially make by this turn with Archaon, this is an absolute dog's breakfast, and it made the battle more difficult to fight, not easier. So, Archaon boosts Chaos Warriors, Chosen, and Knights. I usually go with full Knights, Chaos Knights. Getting Regiments of Renown in your army, not really ideal, but you can do that if you want. That way, it's best to have them in as a reserve unit, so you just hire them as an emergency. That way you would have had them at the siege battle. Apocalyptic charge is not important. Heroes are fine. This guy being on this mount here made me not want to use him. That's why I kept him in reserve, because I knew he'd get shot down too quickly. So I didn't even use this. way too vulnerable. He should have been on horseback here. Still got a heroic victory, though. So that unit definitely got wiped out. I think everything else survives. That sucks because that actually should have been turned into a knight a while ago. But you didn't. Yeah, no Crown of Everlasting Conquests on these characters here, which I'd be surprised if you don't have any of them. Yeah, just that one got wiped out. Okay. They shouldn't have enough movement to attack us again.
The Eye of Syria.
No. You should really make him a vassal, not an ally. You should make him submit. He's got a bunch of dark fortresses. So return 68. Alright, that's where we are. Well, let's just have a look here. If I see some Crown of Everlasting Conquests... Well, it actually doesn't have one. But you could have one. So the way to do that, you just fuse an Iron Course Icon Potion of Toughness. You'll get a... Well, you've got a chance of getting it. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that unit, but that was a pretty rough situation. It should easily be able to just come out here and finish them off. Why the fuck are they doing here? What are you doing? You can confederate him. Oh my god. What is going on here? Oh, we'll have to get my lawyers involved here. This gameplay is criminal! Time to gatekeep.
No.
Yeah, you should be... I have no problem being able to take that out. That should be easy auto resolve, I think.
Invade.
Yeah, no problem. Cool. And then there's their leftovers over here as well, which... That's where all the cavalry were, so... That probably would be able to auto resolve it, but... I wouldn't be surprised if some of these units got nuked, so I'll let you sort out that yourself. And then over here, let's sort out this. Definitely should.
Unachievable.
Alright, hang on. If we want Archaon to recover, then... We got yeah, I had a potion of healing on Karanak. I didn't even fucking check that. I wasn't expecting him to have it. He's the only one that had regen! By default. It's not my army. It's not my fault. I wasn't expecting. I didn't check this army. I checked the situation or anything. And put something on him. But what about your purple item? Just put it back on later. Alright, we'll do... Oh, look here. Have you level them up? Didn't go down the blue line much at all, which that's fair enough. Because there's plenty to get in there. For sure. You went with Transmutation of Lead, but not Purple Sun. That's weird. Okay, well, I'll let you assign those last few points. Alright. I think we should strike at this one here. What? Oh, that must have been the one that, that didn't show up in that other battle. How was it damaged? Whatever. And we fight this battle manually, and we actually use this to recover what little health we can. Like I said, you can turn 2 grey enchanted items into a Crown of Everlasting Conquest, but there's a fairly large pool of potential choices for them to be fused into, so you may have to save scum a little bit to get that, to guarantee it. Might take, I don't know, 4 or 5 tries. Or it could be the first one, who knows. But I'm not going to do that in this one. Okay, how should we do this so we don't take damage? Send Karanak up there. Actually, I should have given him a... Really should have used that potion of healing in the previous battle, but I just didn't check. I didn't expect him to have it. If they're just going to sit there, let's just wait until the summon's available. There's probably just sitting there right in his toolbar, and I just didn't fucking even think to look. Because, yeah, typically, if I've got an army with some heroes in it, and one of them has natural regen, and I have one potion of healing, that character's not getting the fucking potion of healing. I would have given it to anyone else. Okay, so these are Knights of the Black Rose, which they're bothering me a little bit. But I think we're actually regenerating some health just by running away from them, because they're not properly attacking us. And while they're touching us, we're recovering health. Yeah, get him out of there. Go fight this shit over here. So Flesh Hounds of Khorne are kind of not good against anything, but they'll at least keep them busy for a little bit. Okay, all good here. That should cause the army losses in a moment. Nope, they're not interested in fighting him. They just want to go straight for that. Archon will have an easier time dealing with the cavalry than Karanak. Even though Karanak's anti-large, he's good against large, like, single entities, not multi-entity units. Okay, good. They didn't manage to get through our barrier, so all the healing that we got with the potion of healing was retained. And then just have Karanak run some stuff down just so he gets a bit of regen. Could have done a bit more, but it's fine. Good. No damage done. And that way you just actually recover a little bit. Because, yeah, I didn't live in the best of shape. Thing is, I didn't know in that situation whether or not we could have, you know, not fought the battle and just not got attacked again over that turn. There was a decent chance it wouldn't have, but the odds were a lot better to fight it, I think. I just didn't know what the situation was on the campaign map. That's a lot of notifications. Okay. Yep. God damn it. Yeah, what the hell are you doing with this shit with, like, Festus? You know you can confederate other legendary lords, right? Unless you don't have the DLC for Champions of Chaos, which, no, you've got to have it in order to get... Yeah, in order to get these. Because you can't... I think you can't dedicate any units to the monogods if you don't have the Champions of Chaos DLC.
Unworkable.
Which kind of makes that DLC the most sort of pay to win out of any of the DLC, because it's like core campaign mechanics for the Warriors of Chaos locked behind it. That I'm not entirely sure about that though.
Unachievable.
Yeah, you'll be able to handle this. You got plenty of campaign movement range. While it would be good to take Middenheim, best not leave armies behind you that are going to smash things up. Was that their? Yeah, that was another thing as well. They blow up Hochland, you lose a vassal. Which is that really a big deal if Hochland's like that? I'm not sure, but yeah, this is a bit of a mess here. It is what it is. It's not like these campaigns are a disaster. You got plenty of money. I mean, oh man, Wissenland and Nuln are really strong. Let me have a look in diplomacy. Yeah, holy shit.
We shall weave the fates.
And how are your other armies looking? Meh.
Spread ruin.
Why? Why do people do this? Like, they don't benefit your army at all. They don't, like, Kislev units, infantry, don't gel with Warriors of Chaos at all. It's like, what's your strat here? This is like, strong unit? I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. It has missile unit. What for? Like, why? When you're playing as a melee-focused faction, if you're going to use these to go and fight, like, Kislev or the Empire, they're going to fucking outshoot you. You don't boost these units at all. So you focus on what you are strong at, not what you're weak against or what they're strong at. So now you're going to take them in a defensive position? I don't know. As I play however you want. I just think it's... Of all the units of Kislev to, like, Alliance recruit, those? Really? I don't know. Anyway, guys, that's the end of this one. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you learnt something. Appreciate you. Don't sue me. Wait. He said not to sue me. I'm not going to sue anyone. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next time. Later, guys.